All right, let's just dive right into this, because we're looking at something that honestly shouldn't exist. Imagine digging up a machine so incredibly advanced that it literally rewrites the timeline of human history. We're talking about a device that completely shatters everything we thought we knew about ancient technology. Today, we're jumping into a fascinating explainer on the Antikythera Mechanism, what experts across the board consider to be the world's very first analog computer. So, what if an ancient computer was found at the bottom of the sea? I mean, it sounds exactly like the plot of a sci-fi movie, right? But this actually happened. We're looking at this mind-bending paradox, a highly advanced, ultra-complex machine that somehow sat totally hidden beneath the ocean for nearly 2,000 years. The big question is, how on earth did it get there, and what exactly does it do? Section 1. The Impossible Ancient Discovery. Okay, to really grasp the gravity of this, we've got to set the scene. Let's travel back to the exact moment this whole detective mystery kicked off in the deep waters off the Greek island of Antikythera. The year is 1900. Some sponge divers are out exploring the Mediterranean and they stumble onto the sunken remains of a Roman shipwreck. Now, they're bringing up all sorts of incredible treasures. We're talking pristine statues, intricate jewelry, delicate pottery. But alongside all that beautiful stuff, they hold up something else, a heavily corroded, broken lump of bronze. At first glance, it looked completely unassuming, just a piece of scrap metal. But that little broken lump was hiding a massive secret. There is just this massive, jarring gap in the timeline here. Scientists trace the creation of this device way back to between 150 and 100 BC. Then, sometime in the 1st century BC, it was tragically lost in that shipwreck. And there it sat, silently in the pitch black at the bottom of the sea for over 2 millennia. Until those sponge divers found it in 1900 AD. The sheer amount of time this artifact spent just waiting in the mud is absolutely staggering. Section 2. The First Analog Computer. So, as modern researchers eventually started to carefully peel back the corrosion from that bronze lump, what they found inside was, well, it was mind-bending. They didn't just find molded metal. They found tiny, precision-cut bronze gears. More than 30 of them. Just let that sink in for a second. Over 30 intricately interlocking gears nestled inside a machine built over 2,000 years ago. It sent literal shockwaves through the archaeological world. And this is exactly what makes it an analog computer. Now, obviously, we're not talking about a computer with a glowing screen or a microchip. An analog computer is a complex mechanical device that uses continuous physical variables, in this case, those rotating bronze gears, to model and solve calculations. It fundamentally reframes how we look at this artifact. It's a technological marvel. Its internal mechanisms work together in perfect harmony, kind of like the inside of a highly sophisticated Swiss watch. Picture yourself as an ancient astronomer using this thing. Step 1, you turn a small hand crank on the side of the wooden box it came in. Step 2, as you turn it, dozens of those internal gears start rotating simultaneously. And step 3, the various dials on the front and back of the device would move to display highly specific astronomical data. You are literally bringing the mechanics of the cosmos to life just by turning a handle. Section 3. Decoding the cosmos. The actual calculations this machine could pull off are where things kick into overdrive. This single device could predict both solar and lunar eclipses. It tracked the precise movements of the sun and the moon. It calculated moon phases, followed long-term astronomical cycles, displayed exact dates using ancient Greek calendars, and get this, it's even believed it could track the positions of the 5 planets visible to the naked eye. The overwhelming sophistication needed to design gears with the exact number of teeth to simulate all these celestial movements, it's breathtaking. And we only know how it works thanks to modern technology. By using advanced 3D scanning and X-ray imaging, specifically modern CT scans, scientists have been able to look deep inside the surviving fragments. And remember, we only have about 1/3 of the original device today. But these scans revealed tiny, almost invisible inscriptions hidden inside the mechanism. These texts actually provided clues and instructions. It's basically a 2,000-year-old user manual. Section 4. The masterminds behind it. Now, naturally, seeing a machine this complex triggers a massive historical investigation. Who on Earth actually had the engineering chops to build this back between 150 and 100 BC? Well, there are 2 main theories. On one hand, historians think it connects to the scientific traditions of Rhodes, which was a huge, bustling center for ancient astronomy and math. On the other hand, some suggest the design was directly inspired by the work of Archimedes, the legendary ancient inventor. We don't have definitive proof naming a single creator, but regardless of which theory is right, this mechanism is a wild testament to the skill of Greek engineers. I absolutely love this quote because it firmly grounds the whole mystery in reality. This device is not evidence of aliens or time travelers, but of extraordinary human ingenuity. Sometimes when we find an artifact that totally disrupts our historical timeline, people immediately jump to supernatural explanations. But what this explainer is really showing us is that we should be celebrating the sheer brilliance of the human mind. Our ancestors were exceptionally capable. Section 5. History's missing link. Okay, now we have to address the most haunting, paradoxical mystery of everything we've talked about today, a 1,000-year disappearance. The biggest mystery isn't just how the Antikythera mechanism worked, it's why similar technology completely vanished for centuries. Think about it. No other machine of comparable complexity from the ancient world has ever been found. After this device went down with that ship, technology of this level just completely disappears from the historical record. It didn't pop up again until medieval mechanical clocks were invented in Europe, over 1,000 years later. Which leaves us staring right at this profound question. Were the ancient Greeks far more technologically advanced than we once believed? It's crazy how one single corroded artifact pulled from the mud can just completely shatter our preconceived notions of an entire ancient civilization. It literally forces us to rethink the limits of ancient science. Ultimately, the Antikythera mechanism represents engineering achievements far beyond what most people ever imagined possible for that era. Today, this mysterious little machine continues to inspire scientists, historians, and millions of curious minds. It proves, for sure, that history isn't fully written yet. It still holds monumental, undiscovered secrets just waiting for us to uncover them. And that brings us to our final thought. I really want you to let this sink in. If the world's first analog computer was just sitting there, hidden at the bottom of the sea for 2,000 years, waiting for some sponge diver to accidentally bump into it, how many other incredible inventions have been lost forever beneath the sands or the seas of time? What else is out there just waiting to be found? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this sparked your curiosity.